As every year in the last, 10 years or so, I exhibit during the summer the works which I have done in the past year, like the past 12 months, back to the point when I closed my last garage gallery of the previous year. So these, except one, actually this up here, the last glacier, is a older painting. It's from 21, and I have never really shown it before. So the more I look at it, the more I like it, and I think it's worth exhibiting this year as well. All other pictures, all other pictures are from the last year. If you recall, the last year in my garage gallery, I exhibited a series of so-called stalk pictures.
Yep, I remember. Yeah.
And they were a closed series of 7 pictures, all dealing with the theme stalk. It was the initiative was to put myself into this other creature and kind of merge with the creature, become one with that other creature which is so far away from a human being, a human life. And in this fantasy, these stalk pictures came up. And of course also this feeling of flying. I mean, it's an old dream of man to want to fly. We all know the saga Icarus. And it's this wish, how is it to lose contact to the earth? How is it to go up in the air and be all light and easygoing and leaving your own dimensions and jump into the other dimension? And there we have the word jump. One of the stalk pictures has this, like you see here, this jumping movement, and this follows actually the stalk picture, this jumping position, this wanting to lose the heaviness of your body and to go up in the air. Here you have this is a jump in the air, a leap in the air, and here I then went on with the jump in time. So it's more abstract. The time jump is like going back to different periods in your life, just in your fantasy, in your mind, making these time jumps. I think, over here also I have this flying theme. Here, I call it Flugübungen in German, like practicing flying. And the other one is Kunstflieger, what do you call them in English? The flying acrobats. When they, with planes, they fly and make art. What do you call it in English?
So the aircraft, you mean?
Yeah. And the same to of course a creature here.
Right.
The bird, you have the stalk theme in there as well. And then you have these 2 people, like if they were jumping up, wanting to be like a bird. And later then here again you have this flying theme. then I came up, I mean, my kind of work is a very, is done in a very intuitive work. That means I let the subconsciousness lead me. So it's not conscious, it's subconscious. And then of course things come up like this here. It's called Ich und meine Monster, me and my monsters. Monsters insofar as everybody has his or her own monsters inside. You know, it's like a typical psychoanalysis topic. And this, I would say this is a bit symbolic art. Yeah? I mean, the monsters are these creatures and this is me, and I have a shadow. And the others don't. So I'm real, and these are not real. These are just plain fantasy. Yeah, and here are some other pictures. Here again we have this psychoanalysis. Very spontaneously happened, this picture. I didn't really think about it, it just happened. And that's actually what it expresses. The ego and the id. And these are very, very unconsciously created pictures, playing with the light and the dark. And these creatures come out like this. And then, of course, this big one here, the microcosmos over there, this is something I often like to do. I like to imagine myself. How is the micro world? What does it look like? I like coffee table books with pictures of insects, for example, or micro world, microcosmos in the nature, in plants, in the body. So this is a fantasy of microcosmos. And here again, playing, making a joke out of it actually, of microcosmos. This is the face of a creature, a butterfly, in big. And I put the name there, painted this label on it, like if it was a exposed picture in a natural history museum or something like that. Yeah, finally I have here an example of 4 collages. I call them the, what do you say in English, vergängliche Collagen?
Well, transient.
Transient.
Fleeting.
Okay, fleeting. Like they don't exist anymore actually, they only exist as photographs. Yeah? When I work in my atelier, then I use all kinds of material to build a picture, fragments. You know, like I use foils, see-through foils, where I draw on or paint on, and then lay them on a picture to see what it looks like if I did it like that, when I decide to paint a picture. And therefore on my work table, I have piles of fragments, papers, foils and such, and they then accumulate and sometimes they make a picture in itself. So I started photographing these random collages and with cutting outs, with drawings, with paint stuff here, foil on it, and have them only as photographs because they fall apart into its fragments and pieces after photographing them. I think we're through here.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.